What up, what up, what up? How we doing, y'all? We are looking at our inventory because I was just fucking with the sound. Because I'm fucking around with my new earbuds. You like those? I gotta say it. Alright. Alright, let's sit my big ass down. I'm half invisible in this scene. Let's switch it up. Not that one. That's the one we want. Alright. So if you remember, we were working on this circus fucking puzzle. Watson kind of did his shit down there in the factory. What up, Selena? How we doing? But I believe we've missed some shit around here. Because we got to do this puzzle. We got all the animals. There's something going on down here.
Elementary. There is a hiding place here. Interesting.
Okay, so now maybe
I can't see a keyhole to open this hiding place.
Now can we mess with the animals? Yes. Sitting at the edge of the jungle, the chimpanzee didn't notice a vulture that grabbed him with his claws. The giraffe witnessed the scene. Didn't notice a vulture, okay. So I want to put that there, maybe? Why do I want to go back to the clue. Which one's a fucking gazelle? A gazelle? Oh, okay, you hover over each one, it tells you where they go. Alright, I thought they were changing the clues on me. Okay, didn't notice a vulture grabbed with his claws. The giraffe witnessed the scene. Alright. A hyena waited for a hare to come out of its burrow, which he will never do again because they both died of hunger. That upset the giraffe because he and the hare were neighbors. I remember something about the elephant could turn its back and the gazelle died. But obviously it's not right because it didn't say we're right. Alright, a hyena waited for a hare to come out of its burrow, which she would never do again because both died of hunger. That upset the giraffe because he and the hare were neighbors. See, that makes sense there. Only the elephant can stand among the predators and risk turning his back on the king of the animals. The gazelle is dead as danger turned went back on the lion. This has got to be right. Right? What am I missing? Unless we have it backwards. No, because his back's turned to the lion. What does that do? Oh, what the hell? They can turn them around? Okay, this complicates matters. Oh, he's looking at the chimpanzee there, right? So that seems... He's in a burrow, so I imagine he's up. And he can stand among the predators. Hey, Kendrick, what's going on, man? Just in time. Figure this puzzle out for us. I think we got him in the right order. Okay, the chimp didn't notice the vulture that grabbed him with his claws. The giraffe saw it. The hare and the giraffe were neighbors. And the hyena was waiting for the hare. Wait a minute. Maybe we do it. Like that. I mean, how do we know which way to start? Right? Well, if the gazelle's dead, he's down, right? I got no fucking clue. I got no idea. Alright, let's pull up our Holmes hints here. Alright, unless you guys got any better ideas, I'm about to start cheating. Alright. Alright, let's see here. How can I solve the target? How does the target range puzzle work? That's what we want to know. There are 8 animals on targets, and in the range, which you can move around in position in certain ways. Right, we got that. Switch location 2 animals. Click on the one to pick up, and click on the other one to switch them. Then click on an empty space to place them in a second one. Yeah, we got that. When you're pointing an animal target, sentence or 2 forms the clues you gathered appear at the top of the screen. Those clues will help you figure out where each animal target is supposed to go. Okay, we get all this. Okay, so clicking on the up or down arrow will switch whether the target is standing up or lying back. This has to do with whether the animal is alive or not. So, if so, have it standing up. If not, have it lying back. Okay. Okay, so the chimp's dead. Hare and the hyena are dead. Okay, so the giraffe's not dead, he's just pissed. The giraffe's got a long ass neck, man. He could have witnessed that killing from anywhere. Alright, The other has to do with the animal, which way the animal is facing. Each target animal can face to left to right, and you can switch their facing with the left to right arrow. Once again, the clues help you determine which way the animal is facing. Yeah, no shit. Okay. We got that figured out. Okay, so basically it's telling us we need to put the gazelle and the lion together and lay the lion down. We did that. Alright. But we don't know which direction to make them face. See, that's the thing. Next, check the clues. The vulture, chimpanzee, and the giraffe. Alright, so the vulture grabbed the chimp, right? So the chimp is dead. Chimp's laying down. We got that. Click on its down arrow, first thing to do. Got it. Alright. Done, so. Also, 3 targets should be all next to each other. Furthermore, the clue says sitting at the edge of the jungle. Then it needs to be moved to the far right or the far left slot. It doesn't really matter which. Okay, so we got him in the far left. We're good. As far as facing, it's a reasonable assumption that the chimp is facing away from the vulture. The vulture was facing it. And the giraffe is facing the vulture. So which way is the vulture actually looking? Like, he's got his head around backwards. I mean, how the fuck are we supposed to know which way he's going? I definitely don't know. Alright, hare and a hyena are dead. We got that. Okay. The giraffe and the hare were neighbors, so put the hare next to the giraffe and the hyena next to the hare. Okay, we done all that. It's reasonable to assume that the hyena was facing the hare, since the hare was waiting for a hare to come out of its burrow. Okay. As far as the hare's facing, it must have been facing the hyena. Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about the hat. Didn't think about that. Oh, it could stand between the predators. Yeah. That's exactly what we did. But we need to do this.
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
Ah, okay. Yeah, simplicity my ass, Sherlock. You can kiss my ass on that one. Alright, so what do we got? What's in the box?
The Stan's slush fund. I wonder what happened to the owner that he should leave without his savings.
Did we just get that money? We got 5 banknotes. We got $5. We got 5 pounds. 5 shillings. What are we looking at here?
There. That should interest our guard.
What are we gonna... Are we supposed to jump them with our ether?
I need something.
We gotta get that guard, okay? I think we gotta jump him with the ether. I think we're supposed to be waiting on him, and we got 5 chances to get it right.
You there! Who are you? Alert!
Okay, so we died. Are we just leave a trail?
I need something.
Cash. Oh, did we leave a trail of cash all the way to that cell? Probably, maybe. Because he needed something for that. Alright, well, let's know that we don't just get 5 chances.
Good. My little stratagem is in place. All I need to do is to wait for him to come back here.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. I'm gonna ambush him with a fucking syringe.
To shut him up, and quickly.
Did we hit him on the head with it, or we just throw it on the ground in front of him?
Perfect. Thanks to the ether, this baller will sleep for a long time. Perfect.
Alright. Did we search all these rooms? I don't recall. I'm sure we did. Looks like we're done there. Alright, can't go to any of them. Okay, so this is all unexplored territory here. That's the one we were at the first time. Alright, let's look around here. Really? Okay. I guess we can't go in that one. Alright, that's where the guard's sleeping. Agenda there. Got all these cool booths for me to search, and I can't search any of them. Magic ball. There's more animals.
Another guard.
Guards.
This place is full of them. I cannot risk a confrontation. He'll see me coming, and I'll lose the element of surprise. I'll need to find a way to trap him.
Which way did we come from? I'm assuming we gotta go in here. Alright,
They
let's
must-
put a trap together. Oh. What did he just say? I didn't mean to click through it. Alright.
Bearded lady.
Who are you?
Be
What
careful of those
freaks?
boxes. They are balanced, one on top of the other. It would take very little to knock them over.
That looks like something fun. Crank.
People must have been locked up in here, and they are certain to have been mistreated.
Like the guy that's in here.
This cage is still occupied, not by one of the monsters, but by a poor man. He's still alive, but he's barely human now. Moriarty must have tested his poison on this poor fellow. If he was freed, he would leap at the throat of the first person he saw. The cage is held shut with this bar. It only needs to be pulled away to open it. I could easily open the cage by raising the door, but that poor man would leap on me immediately.
I don't think he would be the poor man. I think you would be the poor man in that picture. Really? You walk into that corner?
I wonder what this machinery is used for. A rail system is fixed to the ceiling, and a hook is hanging from it. It must be used for moving heavy and bulky objects. Thanks to this mechanism, the hook can slide along the rail to be positioned wherever needed. Thanks to this Thanks to...
Is that the way it tell me that I need to move the hook?
This large, empty aquarium held the fair's main attraction. The mermaid, Poseidon's daughter.
Can we get up on the stage and look at that stuff?
I suppose it was on this small stage that the monsters were presented to the public. Chemistry material. Ah, here's something interesting. Hans's diary.
Hans. Monday the 8th. Moriarty is behind schedule. I've been waiting for 2 days for the materials I need for my research to be delivered. He will have to get a move on if he wants me to take over the work he has started. My patience has its limits. I have filled in my time by reorganizing this place. An old fair sideshow exhibiting monsters. I don't know if Moriarty is aware of the irony of the situation. To calm my impatience, they brought me a subject at the end of the morning. A dirty old tramp in good health. He will do. I'm going to test the last evolution of Moriarty's poison on him. Night has fallen and the test has finished. We had to kill the subject. His continuous roaring annoyed the boss. I can understand now why he needs my genius to help him advance his research. The subject was in a state of murderous madness that he became completely uncontrollable. He didn't even seem to understand the simplest orders. It's a long way from the desired result. Tuesday the 9th. The material still hasn't arrived. On a brighter note, I received 2 new subjects. A man in his 50s, thin, hairy, and toothless. Another who was a younger but equally repulsive. We should be thanked by our cleaning such parasites off the streets. Wednesday the 10th. I was woken in the middle of the night by the screams and laughter which seemed to be coming from the freak show. 2 of Moriarty's men, completely drunk, had locked 2 subjects in the same cage before giving them the bowl of poison. They were amusing themselves by betting on the combat's outcome. I hurried off to warn the boss, but we can't waste material this way. I'd rather like their expressions when they woke up a few hours later in the cages instead of the traps. It must have been the worst hangover of their lives. Alright, finally received the material and the ingredients which will allow me to modify Moriarty's poison. The first experiment is going to be very simple. I am just going to make a few drops of famous villain-annihilating poison and mix them with Moriarty's poison. We will see if that's sufficient to make them obey orders. It's a failure. The subjects didn't even have time to kill each other. They died less than 30 seconds after being given the poison. The effects of the two poisons didn't add up as expected. On the other hand, I'll keep the dosage in mind. A poison that fries the brain so quickly cannot be called a failure. I worked all night to develop the second dosage. This time I distilled the Curaire differently to obtain less powerful derivative. I also modified Moriarty's poison, but he was not very open about its composition, so I had to improvise. Attempt failure. The subject did not die immediately, but he was uncontrollable as the others. The only difference of note is that the wounds and the tissue damage did not get any worse after the poison was taken. That's of no interest. We are not here to treat them. Moriarty assisted in the experiment. He did not say anything and left in silence. He wasn't pleased. I think he is starting to get impatient. Moriarty is becoming impatient. The idiot doesn't understand anything, and he dares to question my talent. He is the only one who came to find me to modify his poison. He's been trying for weeks without success, and now he wants me to succeed in 2 days. We had an overheated discussion about it, but I finally got him to admit that a chemist has no choice but to bow to the rules of science. It's nature that sets men and rhythm, and not the other way around. I tried another dosage. The third test was a semi-failure. This time the subject alternated the bouts of madness with a fall of blood pressure. He went from enraged to comatose in a few seconds. I think we are on the right track. He doesn't want to sit around and wait any longer. This morning he openly threatened me. He has given me 2 days to obtain a conclusive result. He gave me to understand that past this deadline, I will go from being a researcher to becoming the guinea pig. I am confident enough, though, that I was able to worm the components of his poison out of him, and I thought that the problem isn't with my creation, it's with his. His idiot apprentice chemist who worked on it made so many mistakes in the dosages, and I'm amazed that it produces the effects that it does. I spent more than 10 hours going over the dosage of Moriarty's poison, and I finally obtained something sufficiently pure to be mixed with my personal composition. A new subject must be delivered as soon as possible. I can't wait to see the results. I succeeded. The problem wasn't with my poison, but with theirs. It was just too strong. I modified it, and the subject proved to be obedient, without losing any of the fury. True, he did eat his own hand, but this time it was because we told him to. It's the first time I've seen Moriarty smile. Alright, so they got this shit working. Alright, with a large section of Lynn's population, the choice of the Whitechapel area is a natural one. It is there the greatest number of starving can be found, so at a given moment, 1,000 other ragged soldiers can invade the city and spread chaos such as the British Empire has never known. Nothing will stop their fury. The devastation will last for the time the boss needs to seize power and place the pathetic clown Woodville on the throne. Then the killing frenzy will stop on its own accord. I program the poison to last 48 hours. After that, the subjects will join the victims in paradise of the flea-ridden. Monday the 15th, I'm going to be able to mass-produce the wonderful poison. Moriarty has sent his men cleaning up the warehouse below. It is the perfect place, and it even has an enormous reservoir in the roof. The boss came here in person to pay me my part of the money. I promise for my work. Other experts plan succeeded. I was soon being incredibly with rage.
What a dreadful diary. That Hans is the only real monster ever to have frequented this attraction.
You broke him out of jail, Sherlock. Let's not forget that. Nope. Duh, the drawers. My friend, as you know, next week our adventure must come to an end. You also know that I'm no good at speeches, so I'll keep this brief. After all these years spent with you here, I can honestly say that I thank you as my family. I'm gonna miss all of you. But before the fair closes, we got one last week in business, and during that time I want to give you all the best of yourselves, so that the public will never forget us. So before getting back to work, here's a list of the jobs of the week. Roger, clean out the aquarium. Alice, the kitchen. Tom, pest control. Martha, get the keys to the place. Keith, upkeep of the rails and the cages. H. Ferguson.
The bearded lady kept the key to this exhibition. Interesting.
Alright, so... Do we need a key? We're in here.
There is something interesting here. There is something in...
Well, get it out.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Have I been there before? We need the crank for that?
The crank is in place. The hook is above the cage of this poor wretch.
Do we want to hook it?
I need something.
Like some rope?
There, the rope is in place.
Do we want to open it?
This way I can open the poor fellow's cage from the outside without taking any risks. The trap is in place. Now I only need to get the guard to go inside the freak show. The guard must have been warned. I need to get out of here. The guard is inside. I must close the door quickly. I could easily open the cage by...
Which way's the door? Not that way. The door is fucking closed.
The cage is held shut with this bar. The guard is inside. I must close the door quickly. The cage. The guard is inside.
Close what door?
The guard is inside. Closed. I must find a way of neutralizing the guard inside.
I gotcha. We're not really gonna neutralize him. We're gonna fucking...
No, I can't do that. No, I can't do...
That guy just shit himself.
Well, I'll be leaving you. I'm sure you have a great many things to do.
I'm just saying, couldn't that guy climb up the steps too? We were walking this way. gate.
But what have we got here?
Ah, there you are, Holmes. Did you have any problems?
None, apart from a few small things. What have you found out about this warehouse?
Prince Woodville's soup is loaded and contaminated by hands.
And in the direction of Whitechapel. Watson, in a few hours, Moriarty will have at his disposal a formidable army, more powerful and more terrible than anything that has ever existed.
Need some machine guns
What?
for this shit.
The soup is destined for a poverty-stricken, starving population who have been conditioned for months against the ruling powers. Moriarty won't have any trouble in sending thousands of raving mad people to ravage the city, sowing death and destruction. No force would be able to resist them, not the police, not even the army. A perfect army, knowing neither fear nor pity. A tidal wave of humanity which
Like
will
the
cover
White
London
Walkers.
and will fall away again, leaving a city of desolation behind it.
What horror! And the chaos will only make Moriarty's coup d'etat even easier. But how will he guard himself against this bloodthirsty crowd?
The chaos will only last for the time he needs.
You mean to say...
That these poor wretches will all die. 48 hours after ingesting the soup, according to our good Dr. Shielman. So the victims will be joined by their executioners. An immense mass murder. What Moriarty would call clearing up after work, no doubt. Good. Have you found a way of stopping Hans's process?
Yes, I think so. If we can weaken the reservoir's feet with the explosives, for example, it'll collapse and take the building down with it.
Good work.
What are you looking at?
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Never.
The sailing dish. What are we doing now, Watson?
Holmes, our priority now is to blow up the tank in the factory to stop the distribution of the soup.
Effectively.
Okay, so let's go to the warehouse.
The main entrance is not locked, but it is guarded from outside.
Oh,
But
that's right.
why should they want to get out after going to so much trouble to get in?
It's all lit up. It's like some
These
peace.
caravans must be inhabited. Look, there is smoke coming out of one of them.
In there. Go the way it was. Let go. Let's just go rummaging through his shit, whoever it is. Alright, comrades. The exploiters are thirsty and they want blood. I have no doubt about it. They have wasted an opportunity, placed our yokes upon the necks of the working class. Against us are the revolutionaries, social laws, and middle class forces. Police, army, magistrate, government. But with us, comrades, we have the invincible will of international revolutionaries. Wherever we might, let us strike the imperialist henchmen. Let us return blow for blow. The revolution lives in terror, and by terror, the people's justice will be fulfilled.
An international anarchists manifesto written in several languages. A metal plate, very solid.
The Hungry Homes?
A wanted poster in Russian with the portraits of the three brothers on it.
Are those our buddies?
Closed.
We got here.
This ladder is only held back by a bolt.
What is it?
There is no one here, and nothing very interesting.
So what about the bolt?
This ladder is... This ladder... This ladder is only held back.
Look, Holmes, the 3 Russian brothers.
With a coal stove and dynamite.
What should we do next, Holmes?
And then the dynamite would be very useful for blowing up the tank.
Good idea. But in order that we can get it, we'll have to get them out of there without their knowing we are here. The best thing to do is to carry on exploring this place, Holmes.
Oh, I didn't even see your comment, Selena. Which accent? The German one or the, my attempt at the Russian one?
It is the chimney pipe. It has been cut. Interesting. I could smoke them out by blocking the pipe, but the air in the caravan would take several minutes before becoming unbreathable. The effect must be immediate and a total surprise.
Okay. So, Broken Sword 2, we actually pulled that trick on somebody. Nobody watched that Let's Play.
This stall is a washroom. I can see water basins inside. The door can be blocked from the outside. Interesting. Apparently, they are more interested in games than in cleanliness.
Vodka.
Gallons of vodka.
Oh, I didn't know if I tried a British one or not. But I can't do a British one to save my life. Man, there's a lot of places to go. Looks like it's the end of the game or something. That might make it hard. Can we go up the slide?
I pity the people who must have risked their lives in this attraction.
Man, it's like the swings at Six Flags, like the ones that go up like 1,000 feet in the air, but you're just sitting there like on a piece of fucking wood with a fucking chain around your waist. I really didn't think we were gonna get in there. Are we supposed to be talking?
This place must have been magnificent.
Shh. Watson, look. On the stage. Prince Woodville.
And it is with an immense pride that I take possession of the attributes of the crown, and swear in front of you to serve my people with... Gentlemen, who are you? I don't believe I know you.
Not as yet, Your Royal Highness, but I am overjoyed that you are familiar with the crowning ceremony.
Of course. A good king should know it.
That makes my duty so very much easier. Let me introduce myself. My name is Howard Sawbury, and I am in charge of the aforementioned protocol and the master of ceremonial events at Buckingham Palace.
Yes, and I'm Sir John Cannard, in charge of the peacocks in the royal gardens.
Congratulations, Sir John. Excellent imagination.
I am pleased to meet you, gentlemen, but what brings you here?
Do you mean to say that no one has informed you? Have you not been in the city? It is Queen Victoria, of course. She has been dethroned.
Really? So soon? Well, according to my special advisor, Professor Moriarty, that should not take place until a few days from now.
The people have decided otherwise, sir, and now they're calling for their new sovereign, the benevolent, most understanding Prince Woodville.
Ah, gentlemen, you bring me great news. My good people have carried out their duty. I can finally take my rightful place, and happily before the bombs detonated.
The bombs.
Actually, sir, we're here to warn you that you are in grave danger.
What do you mean?
Among your close advisors, I regret there are traitors who are already plotting against you. We have reliable information that these terrorists are part of an international anarchist network, and...
Ah, gentlemen, I know who you are talking about. I'm sure you mean the strange gentleman employed by Professor Moriarty. Asians or,
Russians, sir.
whatever.
Russians, yeah.
These men must be stopped before their bombs explode.
They're bombs?
Yes, Sir John. Bombs placed all over London. I was not at all fond of the idea, but Professor Moriarty was quite adamant.
Do you know where these bombs are precisely?
Of course not. But I do know that those anarchists created their exploding devices here.
You must tell us everything that you know about the bombs, sir.
Why should I? You're not a pyrotechnist, are you? I must speak urgently with Professor Moriarty.
Sir, we're afraid that the beginning of your reign will be scarred by tragedy.
Whatever do you mean?
I think, however, that it is vital we arrest these terrorists. Tell me where their workshop is, I beg of you, in the name of the British Empire.
In a
Do
wooden
it,
stall
yeah.
between two tents, next to the Russian caravans.
Very well, we're going to search.
Wait, I demand an explanation. If everyone is plotting against me, how do I know that you are not also party to the plot?
But we...
Bring me Professor Moriarty, Mr. Sawbury, without delay. Sir John will remain here with me.
I should be able to remove the prince without endangering Watson's life.
You are, Sir John. To be a king means also to be prudent, and that is why I prefer to have you
I should
here
be able
as
to
a
remove the...
You are my guarantee.
I understand, sir. But in return, you must understand that this places me in a somewhat disagreeable situation.
Yes, I understand. But the reasons of the state...
Are unfathomable, I know. And I came
Who's gonna
here to
stick around?
render you a service.
Come now, let us be serious for one moment. What could a peacock trainer possibly do for me?
You underestimate not only me, sir, but
These
also my
tangled
bird.
ropes are holding
I
back
believe
the
that
curtains.
prominence of well-trained people.
What? Yeah, let's just take this wide. Oh, I accidentally did it right. What the lever do?
He's not moving. He appears to have passed out.
But he could come around at any moment and sound the alarm.
Yes, before leaving the theatre, we must make certain that that does not happen.
Not so long ago, those words coming from you would have frozen my blood.
Rest assured, my friend, that Sherlock Holmes no longer exists. Get rid of him now. There is a... Hey, presto, it's magic. No more paranoid prince.
Well done, Holmes.
Okay,
Look, Holmes,
that's what the lever
Prince Woodville lost his ring during the fight.
I'll grab it up. I'm just trying to do spacebar to jump.
We must find...
There is an enormous diamond in the middle of this ring. I will give it to the police later.
Ah, I think we're going to be cutting glass.
What were
with
these
that.
dummies at the front?
The prince put them there to represent his public.
Got them God rays. Pretty nice, actually. Alright, so where do you say in the wooden stall by that caravan?
We must find the anarchists' bombs, Holmes.
We're looking.
We must... Look, Holmes, there appears to be some sort of control panel.
With an antenna, whatever its purpose might be.
It's kind of odd. Can't do anything with anything up here. Hop down. Just hop down, Holmes. What we got back here?
A telephone line. It goes to the haunted house.
I think we discovered that already.
It seems that this window is more vulnerable than the main door.
I think it is too high. It's protected by bars with a closed window behind it.
So negative.
I can hear noises. We aren't alone. We had best be careful.
Holmes, our priority now is to blow up the tank in the factory to stop the distribution of the soup.
Of course, Watson.
Alright, so I guess we can't go in there. We added the ring.
It is the chimney pipe. It is the chimney pipe.
So we need to get them out of there. And then to that room and lock them up. Think?
It is best not to go into the caravan.
Okay, Sherlock. Oh, where did he say the bombs were? In a wooden stall between two tents, next to the Russian caravans. Still a wooden stall, but I just want to make sure nothing new popped up in here. Okay, so it's over here about the prince. Okay, the Russian caravans are right there. It's in a wooden stall between two tents. And there's this door. How we go?
No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do. No, I can't do. No, I can't do.
The Russian's workshop is here. The padlock appears very solid. The Russians...
All right. We can't cut the fish off?
No, I can't do.
Except there's a puzzle involved with that lock.
Closed.
Break it down, Holmes.
There is no one here. This ladder. It is the chimney pipe. I could smoke them out by blocking.
All right, I'm stumped. Alright, how do we get these guys out of here? Look to the left windows of the chimney pipe. Yep, we know it's cut. Yeah, what are we going to throw in there? Oh, okay. So we missed something in the Prince's area. Alright, we never would have found that. I'm glad I looked that up. I never would have thought to even go back in there. Oh man, I was hoping we were going to finish it tonight, but it's already 10:30. I don't think we're going to be able to. Because we looked at all the fucking dummies, but the one we needed to.
This magician has a leather belt, very solid. There is a small bag attached to it.
Is that it? What's in the bag? Alright, whatever it is, we're gonna throw it on that chimney. And we will go from there.
It is the chimney pipe.
Or do I need to cut the bag open or something? Yeah.
The illusionist's smoke powder.
I'm not really sure what this is gonna do.
Abracadabra.
Now we will block it.
Magic powder and a metal plate. The revolutionaries won't resist it. Hide, Watson.
We knock him out.
Water!
The way is clear.
Get out of the way, Watson. Get out of the way, Watson.
Perfect.
I can hear the chinking of a bottle and talk in Russian. The three brothers are quietly getting drunk. Perfect. We must hurry, Holmes. Each chime tells us that the preparation of the poisoned soup is advancing.
I'm coming, Watson. I just need to unblock the chimney.
Put the house air out a little bit. Now we can go in.
This caravan is as disgusting as the first one.
Ah, we'll look at the
A
book.
Russian-English dictionary. A Russian...
Wire.
Thanks, Watson. Some smoked fish now, eh?
A small saw. We might need this. The dynamite shells are empty. A pity.
Your peddlers of freedom must be placed as soon as possible on the following targets. I guess that's in Russian.
The names of the targets are written in Russian and are unreadable, in my case, that is, and apparently the brothers have made notes before every name. This list has something to do with the dictionary open on the table. This piece of art shows the hatred the anarchists feel towards Prince Woodville and everything he represents. Let's see.
What the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Alright, so... Natada? House of Commons, okay. So we need to see now. And we're looking for Cot. Is that it? Scotland Yard. And what is that? Would that be? No. Who's that one? And it's YKUH. But there's something else that looks like that. No, there's nothing else that looks like that. Buckingham Palace, eh? HAU. Bank of England.
If these bombs explode, then I believe that the realm will be plunged into one of the gravest crises in its history.
What are you going to do with this information, Holmes?
Hand it across to Inspector Lestrade.
How?
By telephoning him. The haunted house is connected to the telephone exchange. I'm going to try to slip in there discreetly.
Shall I accompany you?
You can help me to get in, but while I search for the telephone, you should collect as much information as you can about the bombs. The explosive experts at Scotland Yard will need it.
Understood.
I think we're going to wrap it up right there, guys, because I don't know how much is left, and I don't want to have a 5-minute stream next week. So, drop a like if you haven't already. Drop a sub if you're new. I am... Hold on. I got to play something.